College campuses are feeling the impact from the government shutdown. The deadline for FAFSA submissions at four-year public schools in Texas is tomorrow. But some students are running into issues when filling out their applications for federal assistance. Eyewitness News reporter Savannah Louie is at San Antonio College. And Savannah, who will be affected by this?
Well, this is a classic example of why you never want to wait until last minute to do the important things in life. Now, just to give you guys some numbers, there's about 66,000 students attending Alamo colleges. Of that, 70% are using financial aid. Now, students who have already received their financial aid for this school year are in the clear, but it's those students who have waited until the last minute who are going to find some trouble.
Nina Noriega's job isn't just a resume booster. It helps her pay for school. And what her marketing job doesn't cover, she gets from FAFSA.
It's very important to do it early on because if not, you'll get less money.
But this week, some students are learning the hard way. There's another reason to get applications in early.
Every student's concerned when the government shuts down because they know that's where their financial aid comes from. If they're a student that's applying for the spring, and they haven't completed the process, then they may have some issues.
The FAFSA deadline for public four-year schools in Texas is Tuesday. Before students are given their money, the Department of Education selects 30 to 50% of applicants for verification.
They're just saying that we want to make sure that the data you put on your FAFSA really matches what the IRS said your income was.
And that's where some students are finding trouble.
Some of those departments that are closed that impact that are like the Social Security Administration, the IRS.
But last Friday, the Department of Education introduced a workaround.
Since they can't do that right now because the IRS is shut down, we can accept a copy of their tax return that's signed by the student and parent if applicable, and that meets that requirement.
And some schools, like the Alamo colleges, are making sure the only stress for students is kept in the classroom.
We actually flag our system to keep those students from being dropped. So while they're in the process of completing the process, they'll be able to attend classes.
Students who are already receiving aid this school year will not be affected. And for those who are, the only cure is a little patience.
As soon as the shutdown is over, the Department of Ed is going to reprocess all those applications to clear up those errors. So there's nothing the student needs to do right now to take care of that.
Now, schools across the country are all handling this problem differently. To find out how your school is, visit their websites. Live from San Antonio College, Savannah Louie, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.